facing away from the mirror. A 5, 6, 7, 8. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Can you name that musical? Hey, I'm Roxy with Roxie's Broadway Breakdown. Welcome back to my channel. And today I want to talk about some of the best opening numbers from musicals of all time. That one was I Hope I Get It from A Chorus Line, probably one of the most iconic opening numbers to musicals. I'm here to count down some of my favorites, and I think an opening number to a musical can either make or break it. And these are some of the ones that maybe you just hear the opening note or just the first word and you know instantly what you're going to get from that musical. So let's break them down. Okay, Circle of Life from The Lion King. All you have to hear is that to Kenya, and you know instantly, you just picture those animals coming down the aisles. You see the sunrise at the back of the stage. They all gather up on stage and you're instantly swept away to the Serengeti. And I love the opening number to Lion King. 42nd Street, that curtain starts to rise. You see those tapping feet and you are instantly, you know instantly what you're going to get from 42nd Street. That to me today is still one of the best tap numbers in musical theater history. Fiddler, you just hear that fiddler playing in the background, that little dun 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 dun. Tevye starts his monologue and it's that bump, 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 tradition. And I love that song because that's what the show is about. It's about family and community and their rules and their traditions. That is one of the best opening numbers of all time. West Side Story. Oh, Leonard Bernstein really knew what he was doing with this music. The prologue. It's that ba-bum, bump, ba-na-na, and it just totally sets up the tension between the Jets and the Sharks, and it's there for the whole show with all his music, and you know it's gonna set up for that rumble, but it's there right there in the prologue, that whole prologue opening number and the fantastic choreography from Jerome Robbins. Love, love, love opening prologue of West Side Story. Sweeney Todd, the prelude, the ballad of Sweeney Todd, when the whole cast is on stage and they're telling the story in the background of Sweeney Todd, and it's just so powerful. That Attend the Tale of Sweeney Todd is just so dark, and you know exactly what you're going to get from that show. Hamilton, when Aaron Burr starts out in a rap and he starts telling the history of Hamilton, and then Alexander Hamilton comes on and it's like, Alexander Hamilton. I wish we all learned history with rap. We'd all remember it better. I mean, we should all, you know, that should just be the way we all learn history, is the rap. Chicago. Oh my gosh. Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? Bump, bump. And all that jazz. Yeah. I mean, that is probably one of the most iconic opening numbers to a show, All That Jazz. 6, I love the opening number to 6. That is so classic to have all the wives on stage. And then it just so happens that it's like divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived. Yeah, I love that. Jesus Christ Superstar. Oh my gosh. The opening number and the sort of the whole montage, opening montage, you hear that electric guitar and it's that bum 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 bum. I mean, you just hear those first few chords and you know exactly the rock opera that that's from. So love Jesus Christ Superstar. Kiss Me Kate. Another opening, another show. Yeah, I mean, it kind of says it all right there. Another opening, another show. Evita. Evita to this day is still my favorite all-time show. Eva Perón was a movie actress before she married Colonel Perón. And so the opening number of the show is one of her old movies playing and people are watching her in a cinema. And then it dissolves and they say to the audience, Eva Perón has died. And then you just see these projections of their faces of like, their emotion, like they can't believe she's died. And then the funeral dirge starts, that dun 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 dun, and then the casket comes in, this big dramatic black casket comes in, and then Shay starts into, oh what a circus, oh what a show. Oh my god, there's like no other opening for me than like Evita. Oh, I just love Evita. And then Sound of Music. Sound of Music, it's so different. Here's where you can really, really start seeing the difference between like a movie opening and a play, a stage show. Because the stage show of Sound of Music is very quiet. It's very soft. It starts in the convent. And you just hear the nuns very softly, like in that sort of Gregorian chant, that Dici Domino Domino meo. And it's like, it's a very quiet chapel setting. And then you've got the movie with Julie Andrews, you know, that majestic helicopter shot with her set against the hills of Austria. And she's twirling, and you know, she comes in very grand and majestic, with the hills are alive. You know, just totally different. And the stage show sets up one way, you know, and it's got a very different tone than the movie, which is just very grand, and the cinematography, and it just, Julie Andrews kind of sets the tone for that whole show. So it is very different of what you get from one and what you get from the other. And Sound of Music is probably one of the few movies that I like better than the stage production. So I kind of put that in there to just show you the difference of how an opening can really set the tone for a show or a movie. Anyway, there you go. There are some of my favorites. I'd like to know what some of yours are. Don't forget to click and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next.